Cornwall, and we find that when we go to the rink here, when we used to come watch the Mohawk team play, and what an inconvenience having that border over there. Absolute madness, and the limited space that you've got one lane of traffic. The lineups are terrible. We plan our trips not to come in the summer. We love going to the track on Sunday evenings, and we don't leave because if we come back, it's about a 2-hour wait on the bridge. So, you know, there's no way
ridiculous.
That border
shouldn't be on that
there,
side.
You know?
It's Canada into Canada. Why do they have a border in the middle of it?
And you know what? Our community, our businesses are suffering. You know, the cabbies, the delivery, food delivery, and all that. They don't get any orders. They can't afford to take out orders for the island because the wait time for them to get over and back is ridiculous. So, you know, our businesses are losing that opportunity.
It should never be there.
Total madness. So please, somebody get some sense into CBSA and put them where they should be, you know? Put them down beside the U.S. border there, and that way they're together, lots of land, lots of room, and get it done.
Jose Verdugo, and my opinion on the border crossing is CBSA should either move to the American side or stay right in Canada where it is. It shouldn't come back here due to gun issue where this building, the People's Fire, they stood here and protested against the gun issue. Whether if it was a tactic to minimize the cigarette contraband, as they call it, whether we really do have a legal right through federal law to bring our trade to other reserves, and it's only provincial law that prevents it due to the equalness of power between province and federal government, which, you know, that's established between over in Canadian side. It's also on American side too, that we do have a legal right to do it. And other than that, I believe that the border shouldn't come back here because it defeats the whole concept of what's going on with the gun issue. And there's a statue over there of a man named Jacob Fire, where he was protesting in St. Regis when the ban system tried to come into St. Regis, Quebec, and he was shot and killed by RCMPs back in the early days. I believe the ban system came in about 70 years ago, roughly, and that was the whole purpose of Jacob Fire's protest, and that's why the statue is right there over there by the border of Jacob Fire. And I believe that the border shouldn't be here because this is our land, and we should be separate from either government, which was an agreement when these two companies or countries were established, which they were really just companies looking into the fur trade, and that's all it was over wealth and greed. When us as people, Ngwehue people, or original people of the land, we hold a great law in our religious practices, which people believe it's religion when it's a law that we abide by, that everything's connected. The trees are connected, everything's connected anyway. It's a universal law that protects everything because the Creator put us here because we were put here with a voice to speak for those who can't speak and to protect Mother Earth. And by having these corporations on our reserve, it defeats the whole purpose and the whole issue that we should have been self-sufficient years ago with all this funding coming in. Yet today you look around and people are hungry and they have to choose between feeding themselves or putting fuel in their homes when it shouldn't be like that. And the favoritism that comes to certain families and other families are left out, whether they are on the rolls or not. And it kind of just disgusts me with the way things are run around here and how people are mistreated, and they do have rights, and that the border shouldn't be here. It's not for us. The border was never here. The border for us should be all of Turtle Island, and it shouldn't just be right here in Akwesasne. And that's my whole standing on the situation.
My name's Stacy Boots, T.O. Whaler. I'm a member of the Akwesasne Mohawk Nation, and we're having problems with the border issues, and there's a lot of people in this community have different views on borders, and it's difficult to get a lot of people together and discuss these issues. A lot of tempers are flying high with the council, Mohawk Council, and CBSA. We continue to travel back and forth. You see the Cornwall American Bridge, and then we have to travel to Cornwall and go through the CBSA customs office, and then return back to the island. They want us to check in all the time, and as soon as we come across the border, and it created a turmoil in our community because we have to travel extra 5 miles to and sit in a lineup on the bridges, on the Cornwall Bridge, to wait for the CBSA and Tobu. And people are asking, what's next? What can we do next? What can we do for our community and stop all this turmoil in our community and with the CBSA? Some people want to have the customs back here on the island, and 4 years ago we determined that we didn't want the guns here. Mohawk Council made a resolution that customs aren't going to have any guns, and but the police services here on Nakazassana are carrying guns. It's kind of hypocritical. Now that the customs is gone, it's been 4 years. There's no more car chases. The car chases are gone. There's small incidences of people getting pulled over, but just local traffic stuff. It stopped. It slowed and stopped the cigarette trade. I think that's what the main purpose of them moving to Cornwall was. But that's another issue for somebody else to talk about. My issue is that they wanted to have it back here. We say no. I say no. They want to have a customs office over on the American side. I say that's okay too, but they're gonna have to come through. They're gonna have to come through the island to get to that customs office, and there's still gonna be turmoil. I don't think common sense tells you that the union of the CBSA officers will not allow the customs officers to come through our territory, fearful of their safety. Now, for them to be fearful of their safety is because they've been fighting with us all our lives, and we know these people that travel back and forth. If that's one of the reasons why it's not a good idea for them to be on American side customs, Canadian customs, CBSA to be on the Canadian American side. Some people want it over there, they prefer it to be over there, but for me, no. You know, if people were to be arrested with the CBSA on that side, they still have to come through our territory, and they're taking our people off our territory, coming through our territory, and they're going to be taking them off our territory. You know, because at some point we're going to end up stopping them for our rights. They're invading our rights, and we're tired of it. We're tired of them stepping on our rights all the time, and it's time to do something. This I Don't Know More came through here, and it woken up a lot of people, and people are aware of what's happening now. And a lot of information has been coming out, and now they're building a new bridge on the Canadian side, right next to the old bridge, and there's question of where the customs are going to be. Well, common sense again tells us that they're going to stop the cigarette trade. They're going to do whatever they can to stop us, stop the community, and have a foothold on our community. And they're going to build the customs on the Canadian side. I'm just one man. I'm speaking up, and a lot of people have different views. You can speak to other people. Well, for me, I know from my experience that the Canadian government and the CBSA government has been fighting with us all our lives. And when they were about to pick up their guns 4 years ago, we stopped them. And they weren't too happy about that, but it was shut down for a number of days, number of months, and this community came together and unified. We all came together, and we helped each other. we were using boats to go back and forth across to the American side. The band council had boats ready. They were paying people for the band councilors to work on the American side and on the Canadian side. There was still travel. We were still able to maintain society in this community, and I think we could do that again. Why do we need these bridges? You know, it's just an inconvenience. It's an inconvenience to us, but we can still manage. And we've proven that we could manage. And for the CBSA to have their thumb over us and try to take our vehicles away from us all the time and step on our rights all the time, it's wrong. And we wish that they wouldn't do that. You know, our community is strong, and we're going to continue to gather more information and keep the struggle up, keep fighting, and try to help our community grow stronger. Isn't that what everybody, all the communities in this world strive for our peace and harmony in our community? Isn't that the American dream, to have your own society, you can travel anywhere you want and without hindrance from the government? I mean, people come overseas all the time wishing for that American dream. Well, the dream is a lot different nowadays with the customs and the terrorists, so-called terrorists. So I think as a community we will strive to build a better community, and whatever the CBSA plans will still be a community, no matter what. And with all the different views in our community, we can still come together and help each other. I thank you for your time.